Welcome to the Capital Property Fund's October 2025 update for Spring Creek.
Thank you, Jane. Great to be here.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks for having us.
You're welcome. My name's Joe Christie. I'm joined by Chris McKinnon and Tony Pennisi.
That's us.
Look, can we kick off by, Chris, I'll ask you just to tell me a little bit about your role at within the Nexus Property Group and in particular at Spring Creek.
Thanks, Joe. So I'm a development and project manager there. I look after getting the projects built, and that involves going through council and getting approvals and making sure we get everything ready to go before we turn soil on the ground there. The project management side of things usually takes me through to the very finished product with marketing and helping out where I can on sales and those sort of things.
Okay, and you guys have now got your own in-house civil contracting company, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay, so you work with that team as well once the projects have been
Yep,
approved?
absolutely. So we go through everything from civils, water, electrical, sewerage, all those sort of things, and I have a hand on all that, making sure that it gets delivered through our civil company.
Okay, and not want to dwell on this too much. Is that, I mean, there's a shortage of labour within southeast Queensland. Is it because you want to have secure access to resources and why you brought those civil contracting services in-house, or what was the thinking?
Absolutely. I mean, we previously used external civil contractors, but bringing it in-house gives us a greater control over costings and sort of the pace of the work and what sort of projects we get to choose and allocate them to.
Okay, oh good. And Tony, so could you introduce yourself? What's your role at the Nexus Property Group, and in particular Spring Creek? And
Yep. So thanks, Joe. So I've worked with Terry McKinnon, Chris's dad, for over 30 years with projects, which has been great. Once Chris has done his bits and pieces with getting the approval, so I'm involved in the sales and marketing. So deliver the sales process to Spring Creek, which I've got to say keeps me very, very busy.
Oh, good. We'll get into that in a moment. And just to broadly talk, I mean, is it fair to say that you guys are specialists in residential land, or you're broader than that? Like, what's the gambit of what you guys do within the group?
I think we have absolutely nailed land subdivisions. That is definitely our forte. So, I think if you understand your core business, and our core business is land, so no, we're good at it.
You do that and do it very well. Okay, no, that's good. Now, look, just to talk about Spring Creek. I don't know who want to answer this one, but just tell us a story. So, how many lots have been sold to date at Spring Creek?
So I could probably answer that. So we've sold now close to 300 blocks of land.
Okay.
We're busily developing stage 5B and stage 6, where predominantly most of them have already sold. Their sales rate for us, Joe, is tremendous. It's just now moving forward with how we plan for the next lot of sales.
Okay, and look, I've got some figures here that when you first commenced this project, I think it was 3 or 4 years ago, you're selling lots at around about $180,000 per lot. Is that correct? In stage one?
Yep. So stage one definitely would be around that 180, 185 average sale price. Yep.
And so stage 6 now, you sort of lot around about that lot 300. Your pricing is around about sort of 300. Is that correct?
No. Stage 6 was we're a lot higher than that. So our average sale price would be about 380 in stage 6, and we're now just ramping up with our final lots. We'll be delivering sales in stage 6 well and truly over 400.
It's quite incredible.
Yeah,
it's quite incredible. And where do you sort of see prices going in the next sort of 12 to 18 months within Spring Creek?
We're very fortunate, Joe, that we've actually got a supply of land, and we're definitely forward thinking with our planning of what we're doing. I think our next average price for the next stage will definitely be well and truly in excess of $400,000.
Okay.
I can see it being, probably 420, 430, and especially with the design. Some of the designs that we've done, we've got some really clever people with design work, and we've got some cul-de-sacs. We're delivering some great products.
Yeah, it's probably worth noting, Joe, that the block sizes range from 400 to 800, so we're averaging around that 600 mark.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think the other thing that's probably going to be really instrumental to our success in the next 12, 18 months is the delivery of the Master Builders Association Display Village.
Okay.
So we've got some really big names coming there to build homes, and that will certainly help us with giving us some kudos in the market, and price points as well will get an increase for sure.
Well, I want to talk about the Master Builders Association in a moment. So look, as I understand, you were selling about 5 lots per month, and I believe now that that's now 5 lots per week. Is that correct?
So it hasn't been, yes, up until recently that has certainly been the case because we've had stock. What we've tried not to do is get too ahead of ourselves with underselling our product. So we're just holding back a little bit now, and now that we've secured the Master Build Association village, we just want to be really careful with that pricing, that we don't undersell our product. So
what do you mean by undersell?
Undersell by selling them too cheaply.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there is a general lack of shortage of land in southeast Queensland, and we're able to get ahead of the game by delivering land, and the price points are certainly increasing around us. So Spring Creek will definitely increase in price.
And look, let's talk more about that. Let's pull this Master Builders Association display village apart. So you've been designated. So the Master Builders Association said we want to put a display village in your estate.
Yes.
What does it mean? How long is it going to take? How many? Tell us more about it.
So we've now got 8 builders who have signed up for the display village, a mixture of some of the big players and some of the smaller guys that we have been involved with us since day dot, because loyalty for us is really important, so we didn't want to not get them involved. So we've got a variety of builders. We are in the final stages of cementing that. We've got all the allocations done now for that. Once we've got registration for stage 5A, our aim is to have it opened by September 2026, the end of September 2026.
So not that long away, really.
No.
So about less than 12 months away.
Correct. And we're looking at a construction period of around 26 weeks.
So they'll put their own, each builder will have his own display home on.
Yeah, so I am working with Master Builds at the moment to get the right houses and the right spots, and we're putting some of the bigger names in key locations. Landscaping, of course, is going to play a big part in the design and the structure of what we've done. What we've done really well there is get a variety of housing, and we want to make sure that we continue that through the estate to value add for what we're doing.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And how many builders is there, Tony?
8. So we've got 8 builders, but we've got 10 homes. So some of them are doubling up on builds.
Okay. And any names that we would know that are in that?
Yes, there is some big names.
Yeah.
I think confidentially we have got Metricon.
Okay. Metricon.
So Metricon are coming on board. We've got Simonds, we've got Stylemaster, we've got Ultra, who have just won Australia's best display home.
Okay.
So they're coming out on site as well. So they are probably the biggest names. Then we've got a new company called Dare Homes, which are just new to the market, who've been really good for us with the sales process, and we're doing some other work with them. We've got then Contemporary Homes, who specialise in the building homes for the older generation with caravan garage homes. And then we've got National Luxury Homes, who is somebody that we've had an association with Terry. We're now in the second generation relationship with them, with the son. But Terry and I used to work with his dad 25 years ago at a project in Windaroo. So, so we've got some old and new.
Okay.
Yeah.
And look, I won't. And so at the moment, you're selling directly to your end customer. Once this display village is established, how will you be? You just be providing stock to the master builders, or?
So part of the process that we've agreed to is to give them an allocation of lots in each stage, which has proved absolutely fantastic for us in stage 6. With most of them are sold with cash unconditional contracts, deposits already paid.
Okay.
And that gives them continuity of work, because what a lot of other display villages haven't done is looked after or been loyal to the display village builders and sold land willy-nilly to anyone.
Right, okay.
We have not done that. We have said, no, we will be loyal to them. If you are loyal to us, we'll be loyal to you. So yes, they will be able to sell. We will still sell to the general market, of course, of anything that's left over. But look, it will certainly shorten our sales process and give us an opportunity to develop more land in a shorter time with greater sales success.
Okay. Okay. So you'll sort of almost guarantee a certain number of lots per stage.
We have to, Joe. That's what they want.
Okay.
Yeah, they want to make sure that they get at least 2 blocks a month per house per display.
Okay. So if there's 10 displays, that's 20
sales a month. And we are looking at ramping up our production. Yeah,
right.
Chris and I and Terry and the team, we've been working to try and to deliver more blocks of land, because we just think the uptake is going to be nothing like we've seen before.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, just on that, we're talking about later stages. So you just sort of think that uptake is going to be really strong, do you?
So we've typically built 1 or 2 stages as we go along, which is sort of 30 to 60 blocks, as we're doing now with stage 5 and 6. Once that's done, we currently have operational works approval all the way up to stage 12. We'll try and build stage 7. We've already built stage 8, so we'll build stage 7, 9, 10 and 11 in one construction process. Yeah.
Okay.
So that will give us probably circa 100 blocks to sell over the next 12 months.
Okay, fantastic. That's
We're very
exciting.
confident
Yeah.
we'll walk out the door.
Yeah, well, it's a fantastic story. Can I just ask then, can you tell us a little bit about what your competitors are doing in Bow Desert? How you're differentiating yourself? What are they doing?
Yeah, we're very fortunate in that we've got one of the only sort of parcels of land that's already approved and started building. There's a few other developers in there. I think it's sort of circa 3,000 blocks that is looking to be developed over the next few years. We don't do investment sales at Spring Creek. We typically sell to owner occupiers. A lot of our competitors will probably be selling investment stock on smaller blocks, where a difference is to us is that we have owner occupiers who buy sort of bigger blocks, a house proud, and it presents a lot better.
And let's tease that out, because some of our investors aren't familiar with that strategy, and I'm glad you raised that, is that you're only selling to owner occupiers ideally, and there's a covenant over the type of house that can be built within the estate. You spend more time on landscaping. And correct me if I'm wrong here, and the reason that is that you want to see appreciation in the value of the estate over time.
Theory behind it is that if you build the right property on the very first block and you continue to build better and better properties, then by the time you're getting to the last block, your increase in price is going to be exponential. Whereas if you start with the wrong product and you keep doing the wrong product, your growth in price is going to be half of what it would be or worse than if you have a product that continues to get better and better and be a market leader.
Yeah, I think that's a great strategy. No, thank you for that update. So competitors are coming, but there's nobody really doing the similar product that you're doing. You know, that owner occupier stock.
Not as well as we're doing it.
For us, it's all about quality of sale, not quantity. Like we want to value add every sale that we do there, not only to the social value of the community, but to the dollar value of the assets.
I know of the existing owners. And we do get a lot of sales where people buy in originally and then they see how well the development's going and they decide that they want to cash in on what their property has gone up in and then buy another nicer newer house.
And that's happening quite a lot. And we're now seeing generational buyers. So we're seeing the mother and father of existing owners or the children of existing owners coming and buying and living in the estate.
Wow.
Yeah. So that is a great success for us when you're getting multiple family. We've got one family, there's 4 members of the family live in the estate.
Wow.
4 separate members of the family.
Wow.
Yeah.
How interesting. How interesting. Well, that's a very interesting update. So now Spring Creek per se is about 90 hectares, if memory serves me correct. You guys have acquired an adjoining piece of land which we refer to as Spring Creek East, a beautiful piece of land. I think it's nearly as big as Spring Creek per se.
A little bit smaller.
A little bit smaller.
Yeah.
30% smaller.
30% smaller. Okay, tell us about it. What's happening with Spring Creek East?
So Spring Creek East is currently a farm.
Yes.
It's zoned rural. We're in the process now of getting it rezoned into low density residential. We're fairly well into that process now. They can take a couple of years, but we're probably about 18 months into it. If I hazard a guess, I'd say we'd probably be there within the next 12 months. And that gives us then the opportunity to start doing what we were doing at Spring Creek and follow it on into Spring Creek East. It also gives us an opportunity to deliver a slightly different product there, which we'll have to decide upon as we sort of move closer to building it. But there is demand for what we're doing in Spring Creek, so we can just follow it on, or we can decide to sort of do bigger blocks or a different product there, or whatever we sort of can get under the low to medium density zone.
Yeah, so if memory serves me correct, you've got about 850 lots approved on Spring Creek per se. So Spring Creek East might give you, say, 600 lots or something like that?
Probably about 300 to 350.
That's 300
at
at the-
high density.
At high density,
Yeah,
okay.
so if we were to bring that back and say, you know, do 1,000 square metre blocks, if there was a market for that, it would obviously be smaller.
Bit smaller. Okay. And can you tell me about the planning risk or the planning process with Spring Creek East?
There actually isn't a huge deal of risk associated with the rezoning of Spring Creek East because it's located inside what's called an LGIP, which is the Local Government Infrastructure Plan, which means that the government, the Scenic Rim Council, is obliged to turn that into, down the track, what will be residential housing, from farming to housing. So it's been earmarked by the government, state and local, that eventually that will be housing, and now we're going forward with that plan.
Okay, good luck with that. We look forward to getting further updates. Guys, that has been a really good update on Spring Creek. And we've got a couple of moments just to talk about some of your other projects, starting with Marcoola and what's happening now. And you guys purchased a 500 plus square metre block of land in Marcoola on the Sunshine Coast. You've got planning approval to subdivide that into two and to construct two high-end architecturally designed duplexes. Tell us about what's happening there.
Sure. So Baroni and Crescent at Marcoola. It's probably about 12 months ago. The town plan was changed at Marcoola that allowed you to turn anything over 500 square metres into a dual occupancy block of land, as long as there wasn't a townhouse or similar located right next door. So Baroni and Crescent is just a house. It's on 536 odd square metres. It's got a pool in the backyard. We'll be demolishing the house, splitting it in two and building two high-end townhouses. For those who don't know, Marcoola, it's a Sunshine Coast beach suburb. It's right next to the airport. It's probably about an hour and 20 minutes from Brisbane. Townhouses, those high-end townhouses are selling for sort of circa 2 to 2.5 million around the area. And it's just one of those areas in southeast Queensland that keeps going from strength to strength. Baroni itself, the Baroni Crescent property is about 200 metres from the beach, and the capital growth on the Sunshine Coast is probably one of the strongest in Queensland over the last 24 months.
No, I'd agree with that. Thank you for that, Christopher. And also, can you tell us, either of you, about what's happening with Port Douglas? So you've got 22 completed residential land lots within it's a final stage of a luxury estate within Port Douglas. I understand you've got 4 or 5 sales to date, and you're putting on a few spec homes to broaden the product mix. So anything to add or update about Port Douglas? And I don't mind whoever talks about that.
Look, the Port Douglas, yes. So we've got some sales under our belt. We've got some difficulties there in regards to build times in North Queensland, Joe, far exceed what we are used to in Southeast Queensland. So Chris and I are working hard at the moment with builders up there because a lot of the people that are wanting to buy up there are wanting the complete package.
Yes.
So we are working through the process. We've just gone through 2 designs of having them fully drawn and built, and so the package that we're going through that costing process at the moment. And timelines, and Chris and I will probably head back to from Sydney back to Port Douglas at some stage in the next couple of weeks to facilitate some meetings with some builders up there that we've identified that we want to work with. So watch this space.
Good luck with that. Well, look, thank you, gents, for your time today. That's been a really informative update, and for our investors, hope that was been worthwhile, and look out for the next one. So thank you.
Thanks, Jay.
All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.